Island Sea Cabin. It is coming up on high tide. We are at the time of the year in the fall where a lot of the low tides are falling in the complete darkness. So we have to make do with what we have during the daylight hours. And right now the tide is coming in, but we have plenty of coastline. If I can flip the camera for you, plenty of coastline to cover. So my plan is to walk as far as we can for the next couple hours and then turn around and come back. But even though we're coming up on high tide, it looks like the rack line is pretty healthy. You can see all that stuff that's washed up. So we're gonna go check it out, see what we can find. I have my backpack with some drinks and some snacks, so we will be plenty nourished for our little trek. So let's go check out the shells and let's go see what we can find. Okay, you guys, I'm like freaking out. I am by the dunes. Check this out. Look at this. You know what that is? That is a really old bottle. And it looks like it's fully intact. This is the spot that we've been finding all the old bottles. Last week I found an old Moxie bottle. But look at this. Looks like an old rum bottle. This is really cool. Check this out. I'm hoping this whole thing is intact. This is so awesome. Oh, yes! Look at that! Holy cow. I can't wait to rinse this off and show it to you. And we're just like always at the foot of the dunes where we're finding these. But this is an awesome, awesome bottle. I am so stoked about this. Let's go rinse it off. Wish Kim was here to see this score. But yeah, let's go check this out. Okay, we're gonna try not to get our feet too wet when we rinse this bottle off. The rest of the beach is really steep. Kind of scared I'm gonna get my feet wet because this is what's coming at us. But it seems to have some water that pools up over here. We might have to like hurry and jump back. Oh, I totally soaked my feet. Yeah. Did we think anything else was gonna happen? Kind of my MO, my track record. Let's see if we can rinse this out. Very muddy water. It's a deeper section over here. Maybe if I wait till it goes out a little bit, I can kind of just dunk the bottle in this deep spot. Okay, here we go. Okay, well, and that didn't really work either. But good news is we got some water in the bottle. So, worth it, I think. I'm going to try one more time. Okay. And dump. That is a really cool bottle. Right there. Caldwell rum. Really cool markings on the back that says prohibited by law. 1 pint. Really nice find. Super excited about this bottle. So we are a little ways on the beach and there's still a bunch of good stuff washing up. This is what I'm excited about, seeing stuff like this, because this is a piece of a New England Neptune and this is a deep water shell. So that means that this stuff coming up here and this stuff that's washing up, these are probably some storm shells that were kicked up during that last nor'easter that we had, and they're just starting to roll up now. I wish this was intact because this would have been a beautiful shell, and it is one of my bucket list shells to find fully intact. I have yet to do that. Kim has found one in the past. I have not found one that is perfect yet, but I am still hopeful. There are still some other really cool finds down here, like the little whorls that I like looking at up close. They're the apex of the moon shells, and also some dark moons that are washing up. But yeah, I am excited about this next batch of shells coming up because I feel like there could be some really good stuff in here. Look at this nice northern oyster shell. That is really rustic, and look at those grow lines on the inside where it's hinged, or where it would be hinged. But that is really rustic and really gorgeous. So again, this is a northern oyster shell. Cool find. Holy cow, we're getting a lot of cool stuff today. Check out this scallop shell. Ooh, it is a little busted around the edges, but still, that's a really nice score. I didn't expect to find much today because it's high tide, but I am proven wrong. I love days like this. So this is an Atlantic deep sea scallop. Score. It's like a sand dollar score here. Nice and sun bleached. Nice find there. Really, really pretty. Pretty score. Have some bigger moons up against the dunes over here. Got some nice colors in it, nice repairs. We have all the seagulls that are lining up right here against the shoreline where the tide's coming in. And I always say the seagulls know where it's at, so I feel like when the tide starts to go out, there's probably a lot of really good stuff that's about to wash up there. But it's going to be way too dark for us to stick around to see what that is. So unfortunately, we'll have to leave it up to the seagulls to make the finds. But we're going to keep checking all this stuff out on the rack line. So let's go check that out. So this is another good indication of storm shells. This is a larger Stimsonicalis. See if I can get it out of the sunlight for you to get a better look. Actually there, that's good. But it is busted, but again, there's a lot of deep water shells in this rack line. If we can find some whole ones, that would be amazing. This one, you guys, that is a nice one. It's a good big moon. I really like some of the markings on it. I do like when the apex is nice and dark like that. That's a cool shell. There's like so much that I really can't focus on any one area. That's what Kim's really good at. She's really good at like checking out one area for a while. I kind of scan everything, which is probably why she finds all the good stuff. That would have been a nice one. It was really pretty. Took a couple pictures of that. The other thing I'm finding is some really good sized dog whelks. Like, look at that one. It's a really nice one. See if I can grab some cute little pictures of that. Nice shell. You can see in these pockets, if you get down close, there are some sand dollars that are a little busted up, some sea coal, little basket whelks, bigger size basket whelks right here, little moons. Look at these little basket whelks in here. Those are nice. Yeah, a lot of really interesting smaller shells in these shell piles. Nice little dark moon right here. It's really, really pretty. Some of these would make beautiful pieces of jewelry. Oops, drop that. Nice little sunset moon here. Those nice orangey, peachy colors. Very nice. Zoom in on that. Nice shell. High tide shelling is maybe where it's at these days. We haven't been finding much with low tide shelling, so maybe we need to shift a little bit, make a little changes, shake things up a bit. Another really pretty Atlantic deep sea scallop. It is busted, but look at those purples and blues. Let's dip this in some water because I feel like it's going to really bring the colors out. Still very like itchy. Ooh, this is like, whoa. Looks like a good one coming up. Oh, I might get sucked back down. Okay, here we go. All right, look at that. Look how pretty that is. It's really nice. I gotta get away from the water before I lose my focus. But that is a very nice shell. It's starting to get dark, so it's harder to show you the colors, but that is really beautiful. Glad we took the time to wet it. See what else we got in these piles coming up. A lot of stuff today. Busted. Ooh, this would have been a really nice Stimsoni. I'm telling you, storm shells are all over the place here, but we just can't find any whole ones because the water's, ooh, been so rough. Look at this one. Broken, but really pretty. That would have been really pretty. Look, more deep water stuff, but still busted. I mean, I feel hopeful that we're going to stumble upon something really great. I mean, that bottle score was no joke, but I'm talking about shelliness. Ooh, look at more. What the heck, man? Holy cow, that is a nice shell. You guys, it's happening. It's starting to happen. We're finding some whole storm shells, and I feel like this is the spot. Another one with a really cool dark apex. Has a little bit of a break in it, but still a really nice shell. See if I can get some cool pictures of it. It's a little bit dusky outside. Another little sand dollar find. Lots of nice patterns on that. Okay, look at this, you guys. I don't know if this is whole, but this would be a very big moon. Ah, bummer. But look at the size of that. That would have been huge. More pieces of deep water shells, Stimsonicollis. Still beautiful, even though they're busted. But that last storm that came through here was huge, so I'm really not surprised that a lot of these didn't make it. You guys check this one out. This is nice, and look, it's right next to a really cool piece of bottle with really cool designs on it. Look at that. But what I came down here for was this shell, because look at that. That is a nice shell. little busted up, but I do like this angle of it. A couple things down here. I found this really cool piece of driftwood and this nice blue shell here. Busted again, but still beautiful. But worth turning the camera back on for. Getting into some big moon territory. That's a mega. It's a nice one down here. This one looks like it has a lot of stories to tell. It's been around for a while. There's a little bit of history. Ooh, look at this periwinkle. That is cool. Really pretty periwinkle shell. So I'm going to take a minute just to give you some beach therapy. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous day at the beach. We are the only ones here. On days like this, I always say it feels like I'm on another planet here, because it is so desolate and so quiet and so beautiful. Give you another quick look at the ocean and all its beauty. And let's head back to where we started. So right here next to what would have been a beautiful Stinsonicalis, right here is a tortoiseshell limpet, which is really beautiful. Leave that here. Okay, so I'm taking a little bit of a rest because we walked really far today, but the ocean is absolutely gorgeous. I'm sitting here on this piece of driftwood I will show you once we get up, but I also found this really cool bottleneck that I'm going to save for Kim because it is quite sharp, but it does look quite old. I wish I can get some sun behind it for you so you can see it in the light, with the light shining through it, because it's like this nice green color, but it looks really old. This we can take along with that bottle that I found because it is not shell or shell material or driftwood material, which those are the rules out the refuge, but anything that is man-made we can take out. So this would be considered trash as well as the bottle, so we will remove that from the beach. But I'm going to see if I can get this in some light for you so you can see it a little bit better. But I'm going to save this for Kim because she loves collecting sea glass and rare bottle finds. So this is my resting driftwood where we're going to be taking more of a rest because we are tired. Alright, we have some sun. So this is that really cool, unique bottle top that we found. Looks super old. You can almost imagine a cork sticking right on the top of that. Or a pirate drinking from it. Really beautiful. Kim, this one is coming your way. So we're almost back to the car. We had a really good day shelling today. We found that awesome bottle score, that bottleneck. We found a ton of really great storm shells, and I am going to sleep really well tonight. We did about 4 miles on high tide. High tide did not disappoint, and I'm looking forward to the next time we go shelling together. So I'll see you next time we hit the beach. Bye. Gonna rinse this one off too before we leave it behind. But this is the Atlantic deep sea scallop we found. taking some good pictures of it, documenting it before we leave it here. Bye!